Hey everyone, just real quick, I want to throw in there that I really hope if you enjoy things on this channel and that you enjoy listening to us ramble as a bunch of aging um Gen X millennials, Zennials, or whatever the whole term is, I don't really understand. But I would hope if you enjoy listening to us talk and you want to maybe get involved, you let us know. Send messages to the YouTube, send messages to the email, and most of all, like and share the channel. Just a little bit it goes a long way. So thank you so much for checking this out and being here. And I hope to keep doing this as long as you'll allow me to, or as long as I can keep doing it and, you know, enjoy this. Well, it's been 40 years. I think I'm going to continue enjoying this. So thanks for being here, everyone. I truly appreciate it and I truly mean it. Till next time. Hello, everyone. Welcome to More Than Meets These Guys, the UK comic edition. We are two American Transformers fans. We're going through the UK books from the beginning to see how things change. All the storylines change with the UK books compared to the American books, even though there's some bleed over. And we're going to look at all aspects of the UK comic from the mundane, because there's a lot of mundane, to the canonical, and kind of seeing out our impressions of it and see how things have gone and see where the beginnings are, and talk about some of the writers and the artists hopefully favorably. Anyways, thanks for being here. Here is Boo with me tonight,
Greetings.
today, whatever. So
We don't know what time it is. We're just
I don't
shut-ins
know.
that read comic books.
There is the
Sunlight.
time warp of podcasting.
We don't do sunlight here. Or
What's
what
the
was the
sun?
saying? We care nothing for your day star.
I take supplements. I don't see the light, the burning fireball in the sky. So, man, this is we're still going through the American books here that are transferred over to the UK, but the covers are so much better.
Oh yeah. And this one was done by John Higgins.
John Higgins, I know that name from
Yeah,
somewhere.
you do. Let me go through a little bit of his
Oh,
resume, and just
okay.
a tiny little bit, because he's done a lot of work. But he did the cover for the 1985 Transformers UK annual. The really cool one is they're very toy tactic.
I probably would know it if I saw it. I'll
You'd
take a
know it
look.
if you saw it. I'll
Yeah.
I'll send you a pic.
Okay.
Um, but he's done a ton of work on 2000 AD before
Whoops.
Transformers and after. Yeah,
Of course
he
he
did a
did.
lot of Judge Dredd work. Um, he also, did some color work on a little known comic called Watchmen.
What? I've never read that. Never even seen the
Never heard of
movie.
those guys, right? Yeah,
That meta comic. I don't know what's going
yeah.
on.
He
Again.
also worked on the Killing Joke,
Oh,
Batman Killing Joke.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he worked extensively on the before Watchmen comics that he did in 2013.
I didn't ever get into those. I probably should just because I enjoy the idea of the story.
Yeah, I didn't really get into it either, but it's cool if they did continuity with him
Yeah.
doing the artwork on there. He worked on Dark Horse Comics, the
Hmm.
Thing from Another World in '91. The sequel to the Thing movie from
Yeah.
John Carpenter.
Yeah.
He did 10 issues of Hellblazer.
Oh, nice. Do you know
Yeah,
where in the run he did that?
I want to say like in the late 100s.
I might have still been reading Hellblazer at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, and then let's see, he did an issue of What If with Volume 2 with Simon Furman, which was What If Archangel Fell from Grace.
Oh, who's that guy sounds familiar. Also, Simon.
Simon Furman, yeah, he'll come up more later.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did
Yeah,
one of the past stories. Okay.
yeah. And he also did the art for Death's Head Volume 1, number 5.
Oh wait, that also ties into Simon Furman, doesn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Weird.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
that is some of the work that John Higgins has done. He's done a lot of really amazing work.
Yeah, the cover though, it's almost it's honestly it's like a painting almost.
Oh yeah, you could hang that on your wall.
Oh yeah, burning oil rig with shockwave and gun mode shooting, and like the water underneath looks actually really good too. It looks like a legit oil platform with like GI Joe style helicopters coming off it. We'll get into that later, of course.
Oh yes, we will.
Man, yeah.
And nothing says Merca like a giant gun shooting oil. refinery or oil
Do they
rigs.
have oil on that rig?
I
Yes.
mean, if that's not Merca, just summed up in one image, all it needs is like an eagle.
Yeah. And I'm still I love they put the iconic cover of Starscream, geez, Shockwave in front of the Are All Dead cover with the little like subtext of the Autobots because they couldn't hold that whole cover are all dead.
He's
Um
wearing it like a belt.
he kind of is.
Yeah.
This is Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion belt.
That's to keep him from getting a hernia as he's carrying this whole comic.
Yeah, because he is.
Yeah. He's
God,
doing all the heavy lifting with one hand.
he really hit that character carries the comics so much in the early days
Yeah, he does.
because he's actually the most interesting character in the comic.
Honestly, I think he's scarier than Megatron, like
Oh, he is.
easily. Like Megatron is a bit, on the I guess angry, a little bit crazy side,
Hmm.
you know. And but Shockwave is just cold and calculating. He doesn't do anything because it makes him mad or he doesn't like you. He's just doing it because that makes the most sense. He's
Shockwave
very
is
corporate.
yeah, he's an evil Vulcan.
Yes.
All logic, all benefiting him, and yeah, I guess he would be more of a oh my gosh, Romulan.
Yeah. Oh well, or he'd be Mirror Universe Spock.
That too, yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, he's a perfect '80s villain because he's just uncaring. It's all business with him.
yeah. Oh God, it's like Reagan's America.
Oh, totally.
But we are treated to the Chromobots at the beginning of this issue.
Oh, well, wait, we got a cornflakes contest first.
Oh, do we? Why
Yeah,
did I
well,
miss that?
it's a preview. They're telling us that next issue there's going to be a model airliner kit on the cover of the next issue from Kellogg's Cornflakes
That's right. Okay, I
with
missed that completely. I see it.
with with the name that plane contest. And they've changed something in transformation. Have you noticed?
Um, some of the there's like green coloring in there.
Robo Capers isn't at the bottom of transformation.
Yes.
Oh, it's
I'm
still
sorry.
in there.
It's
It's
in
just
there. I
not.
know it is
Yeah, it's just not in the front this issue. So
because it doesn't belong there. Let's
yeah.
be honest. This is all amazing Transformers stuff that I didn't obviously read because I didn't realize the cereal contest was in there.
Oh yeah, you see Kellogg's cornflakes pop up, and you're like,
Don't miss out on the Superb series.
I'm not even going into the why Kellogg's cornflakes was originally created.
Oh no, that's a whole other podcast on its own.
Oh yeah,
Oh, there's an interesting movie called I think The Road to Wellness.
yeah, or Wellsville or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
or
something like that.
some,
Yeah,
yeah,
Dr. Kellogg was weird, man.
yeah. There's some odd stuff going on.
You want you want some coffee enemas twice a day?
Yeah, they still
So,
sell those, don't they? That's a California thing, I'm sure.
yeah, California.
California.
Anyways,
At,
I'm sure
at
that's it.
least openly in the strip center. You
Oh
gotta
yeah, yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
know somebody around here to
I don't know
get
why
one
I've
of
got a
those.
I don't no idea why I have a jug of black coffee on the counter for the morning. Um,
Why is it hooked to a super soaker?
hey, dude, look, I get acid reflux. You got to get in there somehow.
But chugging coffee.
Yeah, let's go on for their day.
Right. Yeah. So now we got some chromobots.
Yeah, you know, honestly, the Chronobots, it's not bad. It's just I
It's
don't know.
camp. It's
It's
camp.
camp. It's not
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's just disappointing.
Well,
Uh,
it's very much this would have done great in the 60s. This would have
yeah.
been a big deal because and you can tell he was very influenced by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's artwork. I mean,
Well, yeah, considering the mutant Chromobot human hybrid looks like the thing with a rock
right.
skin. Yeah.
And, I
With a
mean, and look at the ink work on it, his metal diaper.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah, it
That
is the
that's some
thing.
Kirby Chrome right there.
Or how about the two other like Chromobot human hybrids that show up?
Oh
They
yeah,
look like
Rage and Menace.
yeah, they
I,
look like Kirby villains. Or
I
actually,
put in my notes that they look like Mole Man and the leader
that
cosplaying
is
as
Mole
Daft
Man.
Punk.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's
that's Mole
Mole
Man and
Man.
leader. Yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay, yeah,
they're
that's 100%
yeah
what that is.
yeah they're going to the Daft Punk concert. So
The there's no there's this all this well actually if you took the thing and blended it with Mysterio and put a like a spiky mohawk on him, that would be exactly what this guy looks like.
he could have been a '90s Image character.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he probably
In the
was.
way they kind of mixed and matched stuff from previous IPs. But
Yeah.
yeah, and Dudley here is like doing double product placement because he's pimping Marvel Comics,
Oh God,
but
yes.
he's wearing a Hump the Cat shirt. So
Well, the same writer, right?
yeah, oh yeah, but I mean he's
So
double dipping there. He's got, I mean, Dudley is just there for product placement,
yeah,
nothing else.
Dudley is a shill.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's this whole thing where Dudley the cliffhanger leaves on Dudley like having a thought conversation and like turn his head and like not you, like a question mark. I'm not sure.
yeah.
So the
And like I
this
said, that could have been an ending to a Spider-Man comic in the '60s.
oh totally.
Yeah,
Well, except for Spider-Man would have been on the side of the building thinking these things and like looking in like his Spidey sense going off, and then like that's how it ended. But this is Dudley and
yeah. He'd have like that half Spider-Man face.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Do they even do that in the comics anymore? I don't think they even do that anymore. They
I
just put
haven't
like little zigzags around his head and stuff.
The last thing the last thing I read from Spider-Man was the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff,
Oh yeah,
which
and
was good.
Rage gives the best hugs apparently because chromatic men have been known to be crushed to death by my grip.
Yeah, there that's a lot of subtext I don't really want to get into.
There is a lot of that in this issue. Period.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, outside Transformers is like the tamest thing in this comic. This issue.
It really is. Thinking about it, looking at my notes and looking at what I read on this, it kind of is.
Yeah,
There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot going on in Chromobots.
yeah.
Spoken well, Menace. Now at the hand of rage, let the enemy die. He has these. Do you remember? God, was it Puck? The
Oh yeah,
Marvel character Puck. He has
yeah.
those Puck hands. He's got like these mitts.
Yeah, he's got like puck hands. And I mean, later in Transformers, we see Thunder Punch does that too.
Oh yeah.
His hands get big, and then he just hugs you.
It's the
He
bad hug.
he should be called Snuggles instead of Rage.
I'm gonna I'm gonna snuggle you to death. But yeah, that's Chromas, and like it teases at the bottom the final battle, which is next, which
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not, but we'll
I
see.
bet it is. Now I looked into the classifieds a little bit on the next page.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Now most of the stuff on here is your normal, like run of the mill comic shops and stuff like that. Okay. But you see the part that says jokes free with the guy's face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like gags and stuff, stink bombs, whoopee
Hmm.
cushion, wobbly lager glass, laxative tea bags. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's illegal now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Smoke bombs, Willy sugar. I looked up Willy sugar. I couldn't find out what Willy sugar is. So if anybody knows what Willy sugar is, uh, let me know. I don't want any videos of Willie's getting sugar though.
Well, you already have those,
Yeah,
but
I've got plenty.
yeah, they
But no, it
actually.
gets worse.
Mhm.
Okay, because you got joke blood,
Yeah.
sick mess, soap sweets, stuff like that, exploding jokes, party tricks, masks, sea monkeys. Then it gets weird. Girl strip pins. Remember those pins you turn upside down
Oh
and the ink
yeah.
would fall out and she'd be naked?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Okay. This is in Transformers, advertising in Transformers.
Wow.
Okay. Adult party packs, saucy novelties, naughty presents,
Wow.
posters, and badges. And this is for the catalog that has all this in it is 5 pence. And you need to send a 13 with a 13 pence stamp with your name and address for a catalog. And this is from Match Right the funny business. And I'm like, yeah, there's some funny business going on, all right.
They're just like, here's our ad. Please put in everything you can. It really, I think it's the whoever put the comic together, it's their fault.
I want to see this catalog now. I'm gonna have to see if I can find one. I bet it's like non-existent anymore,
Oh,
but I
you
want to
probably found
find
it on
one.
the Wayback Machine or something.
Yeah, well, I want to find out what exactly is in this catalog. Like, how
Yeah.
bad does it get?
It's
That
probably it's probably fairly tame, but there it gets a little risque.
yeah, I'm just adult party packs and saucy novelties and naughty presents. I'm like,
I want to
yeah.
really I want to like after we get off here, I want to look for the 6 of 1, the Prisoner Official Appreciation Society.
I bet they're
1,500.
still around.
They probably are, and like maybe some like well, if nothing else, maybe they have a Facebook group at some point. But I
Yeah.
actually really enjoyed the show The Prisoner, so I wouldn't mind checking that out. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
and they got Daleks for sale that were actually the
yeah, I
models
saw
that
that.
were used in the show.
I see that. I was just actually looking at that.
Yeah. Like, man, I
Movable
want to
antenna, full instructions, exhaustive painting guide, and 200-word history of the dogs.
2000 word
2000.
as
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Looking at the really small text. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's actually I think the coolest thing on here.
Oh, it is definitely. I mean, there's
I
like
mean, besides the naughty presents and the saucy novelties.
did you see actually they have ads. I thought it was ads for like, like a movie premiere, but it's like Forbidden Planet 1, Forbidden Planet 2 and Comic Mart. There are so many comic shops at this point over in Britain that they're pumping like nostalgia comics, heroes, the comic showcase. It's kind of feels I know this is the 80s. It feels like a very different time when you
Yeah.
would I mean you'd have like competing comic shops with all the kind of stuff. This is a nostalgia trip just reading this.
Oh yeah, when the comic shops were first like blowing up and popping up everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Because
kind of
like I
cool
said
to see
before,
that.
you were having to get it either from a newsstand or a gas station or something to get your comics.
Or my case, Albertsons or Winn-Dixie in the 3 packs.
Right, yeah, the grocery stores and stuff, totally.
Hmm.
And I want to say it was around 88, 87, 88 when I first ran across a comic store.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
about
was when
right.
I started collecting the Transformers comics in the mid 40s.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so it had to be 88 then. Yeah, because the Pretenders were already out.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
actually, I think a couple years after that, I came across like what was in at Pensacola was a big, like it still kind of is TBS Comics. It was really big at that time. I remember going in there asking for no, actually, it was towards the end of the original run, and I was trying to find a bunch of them. The guy was like laughed at me. He's like, yeah, probably in the quarter bin. So yeah, went to quarter bin, got a lot of issues towards the end of the run.
Yeah, I remember like 88 and around from 88 to 90, we had like three comic stores here.
Yeah.
And then within like a couple of years, one of them got shut down for tax evasion. And
Sounds about right.
sadly, it was the most popular one. It was like the one that did most business, was the clean one, well lit. It was gone. And then there was another one that hung out until I guess the strip center didn't renew their license. And that place had just extensive stuff
Oh,
for
nice.
especially role playing games and stuff. That's where I first got into D&D, was there because they had like all the books.
Man, there was this great Hallmark store that was on the I guess kind of the northwestern side of town that had the best like D&D stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Hallmark store. They had this extensive like D&D collection. It was weird, man. It
I
just
guess
didn't
it's like the
expect that.
miniatures fit in, right? Because
Oh yeah.
Hallmark, yeah,
But I mean they
the
were just like
lead miniatures,
yes, the best kind, you mean.
right?
But yeah, it was kind of neat because yeah, the store like it was kind of a little shelf in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and you go out there and they're just like have all the stuff you thought was like unavailable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of it in there. Otherwise, you had to go to like the oh God, what was the Walden books in the mall?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember Walden books.
Oh yeah, what was
I
another
had
one
a
in there?
friend that would always move the Necronomicon over to like the religious book section,
Nice.
the old black cover one.
Hmm.
Yeah, the paperback. But yeah, out of those three comic stores, only one of them still exists now, and it's funny because it was just a kiosk in the mall. And
That's
now
nice.
it's like a full blown, like it's half the strip center now. It's massive because it's like the only show in town.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had one called Labyrinth that was around during the late 80s, early 90s in Pensacola. And yeah, they went out of business like with the quickness. I want to say there was some weird stuff going on with that too.
Yeah, this one is DNA Comics.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
where, I pick up my Skybound stuff when I
yeah, I found a place in I found a place in Opelika called Almost Anything. And it's true actually. They actually came across a they had a gosh, it was the Studio 86 Grimlock they just got it recently. Like they will buy collections
yeah,
regularly. So
nice.
it's kind of nice to see like they're aware of Transformers and they get in stuff every so often. So it's kind of cool to see it. I was actually gonna ask them if they do commission stuff or they just buy collections. They're like, no, we just buy collections. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I was
Yeah,
gonna,
this one was the comic store that some guy walked in one day and he had like a big cardboard box and said he cleaned out, like he helped like some elderly people clean out their garage.
oh man,
And they gave him a big cardboard box full of comics. They're like, that was our son's. He died in Vietnam or something like
oh my
that.
God,
And they just gave it to him. And it was like Avengers, like number 1 through
oh
12.
wow,
And like, I know they had like the first appearance of Galactus and the Silver Surfer, like all these like
oh
gold mine comics.
God, the gold mine,
Yeah.
no less.
And he just took them in there and just flipped them. And he still had a big pile of them. And they're like, well, we don't want those. He goes, well, I don't want them either. They're like, all right. They gave him like a price on them and then stuck them on the quarter box. Now, these weren't like the main classics, but these were like some old comics, like
Uh-huh.
late 60s, early 70s stuff. They weren't in great shape, but I picked up a few of them from the quarter box just because.
Silver Age stuff,
Oh, yeah. I think I got like was it X-Men 48 or something like that. Like, yeah.
dude. That's stuff you pick up, you don't realize how important they are. And then later on, someone says, "Oh man, I wish I can get hold of X-Men number 48." That was the first appearance of random character.
Yeah. It was like a Cyclops and Jean Grey story or Marvel
Oh, okay.
Girl.
So like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, then no wonder they got rid of it. Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense.
But still, I mean, I think
Boring.
that's like the oldest comic I own.
Nice. God, I remember those days growing up. I used to have all those I think Richie Rich comics.
Oh, yeah. Donald
Donald
Duck.
Duck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all those things. I got them from someone else at one point. I read those things cover to cover. Oh God, the old Star Wars comics.
Oh yeah, Mighty Mouse.
Oh yeah,
Rom is probably the oldest comic I remember getting. We got it from a grocery store once.
Rom the Space Knight.
Yep.
We actually
I
had the
saw
J.
a cool robot. I always had a thing for robots, so I'm
We
still here.
the guy who I the first manager I knew at the TBS Comics back in Pensacola loved Rom the Space Knight. We used to like rag on him about that. He had the biggest. I was gonna say hard on. It's not really appropriate for this podcast, but he had the biggest.
Metal on.
Yes, thank you for Rom. And we never knew why. I was like, man, this is a bad comic. It really wasn't, but I mean, a lot of the stuff that was coming out at that point was not great. So, it was Rom is like any other comic, like oh God, let me think. Like X-51. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it was a Hasbro property.
Yeah, it was.
It was they were doing a toy comic and it took off. And unlike what they've done with Transformers
Mhm.
and GI Joe, they blended it in with the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah, totally. Like what they did with Death's Head, what they did with well, Machine Man.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's actually how I ran across some of these stories about ROM because what they've had to do, because Marvel doesn't have the rights to do any more ROM stuff. So now when they
Interesting.
have to refer back to something that happened like during
Uh-huh.
ROM where he crossed over with the X-Men or something, they just kind of have to say it generically, or they have the rights to the name Space Knights. So
Oh, okay.
they can use the Space Knight, but they can't necessarily like get into too much detail about what happened in ROM. I think they've actually said his name a couple times,
Who has
but
the rights to that now?
yeah, they have to kind of work around. And they did that with several of the licensed properties that they did comics for. And now they have to kind of dance around it. And that's why now, when they get a licensed property, it's in its own separate universe. And it can cross over with like X-Men or Avengers and stuff,
Hmm.
but it's that universe's X-Men or Avengers. So it's not 616 Marvel anymore.
Like we were talking about, you sent me some stories earlier about the current fight over Machine Man and the
Right.
rights there.
And that's the problem they're running into now because they did a licensed comic for 2001 Space Odyssey, and they did a story which was a creation of X-51 as like a filler story
Hmm.
and printed it in the 2001 Space Odyssey comic. And now Warner Brothers owns that, and they're fighting to say that they own X-51.
Because he was in a filler story.
Yeah, and I mean it's probably gonna. I think it's gonna come out that it's abandoned trademark because they have
Yeah.
done uh Machine Man comics for almost 50 years now with no problem.
Yep.
Yeah, so but apparently Warner Brothers is going around and seeing what properties they can snag to make movies out of
Hmm.
because I guess their regular like Justice League type movies aren't doing as well.
Weird. I wonder why.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of neat to see them try to do something with ROM or with Machine Man. Maybe they would actually make Machine Man enjoyable. I don't know.
I've heard rumors when I was researching this
Uh-huh.
that they are trying to get Machine Man clear in court before the new Vision series comes out.
Huh. Do
So
that.
if that's true, then that really leans towards X-51 is going to show up tied to Ultron and the Avengers and Vision and everything. So
God, maybe they can make Machine Man actually worthwhile.
if I bet anything, they're going to do like the second version.
Oh, you mean like the
The
imposter?
Yeah, the imposter. Yeah,
That'd be
I think
great. That'd be really
just to
cool.
make him stand, especially to stand out from Vision.
Trench coat and sunglasses guy.
Yeah,
He's a jerk too, which I love that. So I look forward to that.
it looks like a flasher.
He kind of
He's a
does.
he's a cyberpunk flasher.
And not even a good cyberpunk, like cyberpunk when we saw it in the oh my God, what was that role playing game? FASA did in
Oh,
the 80s.
GURPS
Shadow,
or
like
not
full
GURPS or
Shadowrun.
Rifts? Oh, Shadowrun. Yeah,
Like, he looked like a Shadowrun
yeah.
flasher.
Yeah, I was thinking of Rifts, but yeah,
Well, same
same thing.
same deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same weird stuff.
Rifts, which was the junk drawer of FASA.
I was like, he's a background character in Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, he is. He is. Oh my God. I tried to run a get Rifts game once and I threw in the towel. No, I can't do this.
It's crazy. It's basically anything goes. I mean,
And you have to do so much math on the go,
hmm
on the fly. Like I like when a friend of mine was like, "Can I do a dragon?" Like, well, totally, man. The guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a glitter boy. Okay, it's cool. I'm gonna do it." And it was almost like a bad joke, like a dragon, a glitter boy, and a rogue walk into a bar, and you just the amount of MDC, SDC stuff you have to constantly um convert over. It's makes it like unenjoyable for anyone running the game.
well, you know who could do those calculations on the fly?
Who
Shockwave.
he could. Thank you for that transition. Appreciate that.
You needed it. I had to bail you out.
I'm over there looking at the first page, like, how can I get this turned into in comic issue? But yeah, so Shockwave shows up and just starts like he starts flying around the oil platform, like demanding that he's now ruling this platform. He's like he claims the facility for himself.
It sounds like he needs to use the bathroom. Honestly.
I Shockwave claim this facility for myself.
This
Where are
could
the
be like a
facilities?
robot kitchen robot chicken sketch, robot kitchen. I would watch that too. But
Yeah, you would.
yeah, it sounds like a robot chicken sketch where he's like going into like a Taco Bell bathroom and I claim this facility for myself and like Starscream's in the stall and won't get out.
But man, old G B Blackrock never looked this cool. He's got
Oh
like a
yeah.
he's got a medallion hanging off his neck, swinging. It's like almost like a silk red shirt, and he's got his glasses down on his face, and he's over there like, "You want one? Build one yourself."
I know he's like 70s disco Tony Stark.
He really is. He was. Like without the big, pompadour, he's a little sleazy martini.
Oh, totally. Yeah, he's got the mustache and
He
all that.
does. That little cheesy, like he's got the division in the middle mustache.
And this is an alternate universe where he found Josie Beller instead of Guar.
It became a success.
Right. But yeah, okay, and he's got a good point. I'm pretty sure Shockwave could build a better oil platform than this one.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
Well,
probably mine something that we don't even know about that's, more efficient energy source.
yeah, I mean honestly, probably he could probably drill down and do geothermal, energy for out of this through the ocean. Considering a lot of the shifts from our, our basically our I'm trying to think of the good way to put this. The moving of the plates, the continental plates, happens like along the western seaboard, which is where they should be right now. The
Yeah.
ring of fire, as it were.
Yeah.
So what was it? Subduction zone? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
subduction zones.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry, it's been a while since I took that class.
It's all right.
He can go hit the subduction zone and pull all kinds of energy off of the plates moving underneath each other.
Oh yeah, they can do geothermal. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, especially when we weren't tapping in the 80s.
Yeah,
He could
100%.
dig down and find ore 13. Wait, that's another
Yes.
comic. Never mind.
Yeah. But
He could have just stayed in the Savage Land and just like pulled geothermal off the volcanoes there. Nobody would have noticed him.
you're not wrong there. He would have had
Yeah.
he would have been fine. He would have taken over
Kazar would be like his only competition down there.
the um Sauron. Not
They
the
would have
Lord of the
gotten
Rings.
along actually.
Yeah. Old half pterodactyl guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he has the best like G.I. Joe helicopter squad that flies out from this old platform to
Oh yeah, he's got GI Joe surplus is what this is.
yeah, he really is.
Yeah. It looks like the GI Joe Adventure Team helicopter without the canopy.
It does. It does. Yeah, that's actually great. I remember you showed me a picture of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to put it on the episode for the YouTube.
Yeah,
Everyone
and
check out the YouTube page.
none of this can be OSHA approved.
Oh God,
I
no.
I guarantee you OSHA didn't know about any of this stuff.
I'm the mortar cannons.
Yeah.
No. And they beat into Shockwave for like a minute.
Oh yeah, they have surface to air harpoons and stuff. It's like,
Oh, the harpoons come a little later, but yeah, I mean at the beginning, they're going
yeah.
they're going after Shockwave pretty hard.
And this is right after I guess the big 70s oil crisis, so
Yes.
yeah, BlackRock is not messing around.
No. He's like, I need this dude.
Don't come here on an odd day,
I
you
mean,
know.
he's got like mortars, he's got missiles, he's got like helicopter GI Joe surplus helicopters, everything going after them. And it says the total effect is like a fly swatter hitting an elephant.
Yeah. So they just irritated him.
Yeah. So
Now,
that's how it starts.
is something weird about the way Shockwave looks here on like page 9. Like
Uh-huh.
his angles are all off. If you look like the angle of the handle and then the angle of his barrel, it's
Yeah, it
like
is.
twisted and off. And then look how big his feet are.
That's
He
true. I
has
see
like
that.
gigantic like Crocs on or something.
Shockwave Crocs.
Yeah, he's Crockwave.
Yeah, I mean, also the perspective of the GI surplus helicopters is it's really off because they look like they're behind him, but they're shooting underneath his barrel.
Yeah.
Who did the art? Rick Parker.
Mm.
Looking at
No,
you,
he
Rick.
did the
Oh,
letters. That's Alan
that's Alan
Kupperberg.
Kupperberg.
Yeah.
Alan, come on, dude. I expect better. But I mean, at least he's not Yom Tov. Yom Tov.
Well, he's in
Um,
here too. That's
yes,
why
he is.
Shockwave
He's
is completely
coloring.
purple,
Yeah.
except for his feet.
And his like the shine off of the end of his barrel. It's blue for some reason. Dude, he does realize that there are more shades of purple than just shockwave shade, right?
Maybe.
No, apparently
He
not.
used them all up on Bruticus somewhere.
On a cover of a comic.
Yeah.
Why he's throwing a train at someone at a defensor.
Yeah.
God,
Infamous.
that comic. Yeah. Basically, Shockwave's like, look, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. and he does a big old Shrek blast. That's
Yeah.
that's the word on the page. Shrek.
Shizrak.
Shizrak. Yeah, I can see that.
That sounds like a
Yes.
Space Ghost villain's name.
Oh, Andy Merrill would have voiced him too.
Oh, totally.
Oh, actually, in the next page has a Frizak. So that's the other
Yeah.
villain.
It's always a Zach at the end. So you have Shizrak and Frizak.
Is that the sound that Shockwave made as a toy? That
Oh
horrible
no, it
high
was far
pitched
more, yeah,
scream.
annoying.
Yeah, I
Designed
remember.
to tick off parents across the
Oh God,
world.
yes. I remember putting batteries in mine at one point. It didn't have the cover, but I actually got the sound for a few minutes. Like, nah, now we're good. Take that batteries out. Um, oh yeah,
I
and
was
him
using mine the other day actually, and the battery was dying, so it sounded kind of weird and like
just
sad.
the sad, drunken, high pitched squeal.
And let me see. I don't know if you can even hear that. It's like a rattle.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's how dead he is.
he's low on energy. He needs energon badly.
He needs G B Blackrock's platform.
He's about to go get an oil platform.
So that's when Josie pulls out the harpoons. And this actually pisses him off. He's
And look,
holding
she
the
knows where all
place.
the buttons are. She's not even looking at buttons. She's hitting buttons while she's watching the screen. She's
Old Josie Beller is pretty awesome in this issue.
yeah. She'd have been scary just like this.
Yeah, she is scary just like this.
Yeah.
Too
And
bad what happens later, Rip.
well, I'm wondering, you want this oil platform. We know from living like on the Gulf Coast how volatile these oil platforms are.
Oh yeah, Deepwater Horizon, how I miss you.
Yeah, and I don't know what Shockwave's thinking, like shooting it repeatedly with these giant blasts. It's like, how much is going to be left? I mean, does he not realize how fragile these things are? I mean, they look big and bulky, but
I mean,
man,
obviously he knows more than the humans do because he's watched human television and he knows how bad they are.
yeah. He probably took an account that, we're inferior and stupid.
Yeah,
And
I do like the fact that she hits him with the harpoons though, and even though he is a robot, he's alive, and the pain of the harpoons ripping through his armor plate is real. So it's like his skin almost,
the Dinobots didn't even hurt him.
and the harpoons are doing it.
Yeah, Josie Beller is the first person in the comic to actually like put some hurt on Shockwave.
Won't be the last time.
Yeah, that's some foreshadowing there.
Yeah, I wonder how she becomes. Bet she loves robots. Um, so yeah, they're shooting at a Shockwave where he's harpooned to the deck. He pulls off the whole harpoon harness, and the GI Joe extras are shooting him, and he does this like light burst and
Yeah,
blinds everyone.
he figured. I guess a non-lethal weapon finally is what did it
Yeah.
because the Frizzaks were not doing it.
Yeah. Basically, and then, like after that, Blackrock's like, look, I don't care about the rig. We can get out of here. We should get off this thing. And like Josie's like,
He's
no,
got
no, no.
insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Josie's like, no, no, I'm staying. I'm gonna make sure it's your rig. No one can take it from you. And that's when things go badly because Shockwave, like I said, pulled the harpoon harness off, and all the debris starts falling. And that's when Josie gets the whole freaking out Phoenix kind of look, like the jagged lines all around her.
A generator got hit.
Yeah, a generator got hit, and yeah, she does. The pose is very reminiscent of X-Men characters doing the whole like the hair's all standing up. There's like jagged lines all around her.
Oh
It
yeah,
it looks like a
she's
mutant going like a little crazy. But yeah,
yeah.
she
It's
basically showed what
Dazzler
she
on a
did.
bad day.
Yeah, yeah. She essentially gets dazzled.
She got frizzed.
Yeah, she did. Hers. But Blackrock goes and finds her and picks her up and carries her out.
And here's the thing. Okay, what's the number one rule in like an accident or something
Don't
when you
move the
find
body.
yeah, don't move and look how he's carrying her. That's why she's paralyzed. I bet it wasn't the
Oh,
electrical.
oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
She ain't walking no more.
Yeah, and Shockwave just basically announces his victory, and he tells Blackrock that like he can go back to land to tell everyone how much he beat them up.
Yeah,
And, he's holding Josie, and Josie looks like she's dead. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll probably not a loose end we'll ever see the end of, right?
she's got like, yeah, like soot lines on her face,
Yeah, she got a little. It was a little shocking for
a little bit.
her.
See, and
So
that's another thing. OSHA would have never permitted anything that would have caused that.
Shockwave, but he announces like he's successful and like tells all functioning Decepticons to go to him on the oil rig, which Megatron's there listening. He's got the same intercoms and stuff. He's a little ticked off that Shockwave was successful.
Oh yeah, he did it over like the customer service PA, you
All
know, in the
Decepticons.
art. Yeah, clean up on
Um,
aisle 5.
yeah. And all the Decepticons, they obey. They transform. Shockwave or shock, Soundwave gets into Thundercracker and they fly off to the rig. And Megatron gets real mad, calling them all traitors.
Dude, that's Skywarp. They just colored him blue.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's
I
another
see
little
that. Yeah.
error there too,
Wait, hold on a second. Yamtov colored him wrong.
right?
What other error do you see?
Well, it says Soundwave, Rumble, and Frenzy transform and board Skywarp, right?
Yeah.
But there's only one of the humanoid cassettes there. The other one's a Condor
How can you tell?
in the little orange and yellow thing. If you look, there's like a laser beak head
Oh, there
there.
is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so wackiness is occurring.
I'm so disappointed. I mean, not really disappointed. I expect as much, but
Yeah, so and
Laserbeak
that's
wasn't
that's why
invited.
he's really mad. Why Megatron gets so mad. You're
But yeah,
drawing this wrong.
he's still like wound up on the wall. He's like he's seeing traitors. All of you should regret this day.
He's still duct taped on the wall from the frat
He,
party.
but I love the little that he gets really quiet and puts his head down and says, "All of you, particularly you, Shockwave."
Oh
And I
yeah,
mean,
they're
come
gonna
on,
regret this day.
come on, man. You'll rue the day, all the ruining.
All the
Uh
ruining right here.
yeah. And then we're back to the end of the last issue, which has Buster in Optimus Prime's head. Optimus Prime's wearing his party hat, which is trying to extract the Matrix.
Yeah, Buster like hung out and just kind of staring at Optimus for a while there.
Yeah. They're having a little conversation.
Right. They're catching up.
Yeah, and he's like Optimus Prime's like, hey, I need you, you gotta trust me, here, do what I ask of you. And Buster's like, I promised him that I wouldn't get involved, but they need me. And he just does whatever Optimus tells him to do.
Yeah, he said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. It's like,
Yeah.
forget what dad told me.
My promises to my dad don't mean a lot.
Right.
Uh,
He's only in the hospital because of me.
disconnect these wires from my head and put them on your head because that'll work out really well.
Right?
And yeah, there's another Frazap.
There is. He gets the big zap on each temple.
Yep, he goes down burning. You
So,
know,
kids, what do the comic books teach us? That electrocution leads to superpowers. Not really. Don't do that, kids. Do not
well,
do
no,
that.
look, you could become you could become like a part machine, part human, like Josie
Well,
coming up.
it only works if there's a Cybertronian involved, a real live Cybertronian.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
without that, then it just kills you.
okay. So I just have to find a Cybertronian. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. I'll get on that.
And then next issue, we got Megatron v Shockwave. So versus. So
I'm sure this is gonna go well.
of course, I'm putting all my money on McNeely, not on Tyson.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
There's no way Tyson's gonna win this one.
No, no, no. Even if he does, he'll bite the ear off. Oh, that was Holyfield. Never mind.
Holyfield, yeah.
Who still bears the bite mark on his ear.
Oh man, yeah.
So the little contest Transformers presents a great free to enter competition for 25 boxed Transformers transfer sets from
It's the
Salters.
Transformers. See
I
what
see
they
what you
did
did there.
there?
Yes,
Yeah.
not formers, firmers.
Yeah, they worked that E in there. I was like, wait, what? When I first read it, I'm like, oh, they're transfers. Aha.
And I noticed they don't have the names of the characters. They have Triceratops, Dimetrodon, Brontosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Pterodactyl, Stegosaurus.
Saber-tooth tiger. Sorry.
Mammoth.
Yeah, so
Um,
you had to put the names of the creatures with the Dinobot that it matches.
which, yeah,
And
I
then
mean,
there's a red herring in there.
wow. I wonder which one. Dimetrodon?
Yeah, which
For
isn't a
now.
dinosaur at all.
Well, yeah, it's true.
It's a mammal like reptile, but a pterodactyl isn't a dinosaur either. So
Well, don't
there's
worry.
some
We'll
wiggle
we'll,
room.
we'll get a Dimetrodon eventually.
That's a
Not
long
not
way
in
off, though.
G1, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Neo?
Yeah, it's Beast Wars Neo.
Yeah. Okay. Got that one somewhere. God.
I like the little trap modes they had. I thought that was the coolest thing about them.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Because when he was like some kind of flower, like Venus
Yeah.
flytrap type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You have him down in his dinosaur mode, and you pull the Dimetrodon sail fin down, and it looked like a flower inside there. You put something in there, like hit the middle, and it snap up. Which, I mean, I'm sure it was really cool on a paper, but I mean, you could only do so much with that.
Yeah, that was Sling, right?
I think
Sling? Yeah, I think that's
Sling.
Sling. Yeah.
I think so. God, it's been so long since I
Sounds
looked at
right.
that stuff. There are so many extra characters. I've got some of this thing, some of the American releases of those still like on card.
That was like that. They had the Ammonite dead end.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thought that was cool. We
God,
never got that one over here at all.
no, we didn't. I've got it. I've got it somewhere in that sucker. Yeah, yeah. The two sides of the ammonite on his arms.
Hmm.
God, he folded inside the ammonite shell. He
Yeah, he
just
was a
like
shell former.
he was the epitome
Literally
of
shell
shell
former.
former.
He came with a
He
shell.
went to a shell. Then again, there's also what was that break? The
Yeah.
penguin. I mean, once again, shell former.
Yeah.
God. Then I've actually tried to like transform some of this back to their beast modes like as I come across them, and they're near impossible. Long
They're
rack's bad enough.
they're above your skill level.
Yeah. I'm not a 12-year-old.
I like the accordion neck on Mock Kick though. That was always funny.
Oh
Just
yeah.
punch in the face with a horse's head. It's like,
What was it? He had the like the axe, the axe with in his hand with the
hmm
tiger, the horse mane
yeah.
and the accordion head. Yeah,
And it had real combable hair.
it, it was like Barbie hair.
It just needed a cutie mark on his butt. And it could have put the maximal symbol or something back there, and then he could have been
They
the
they
My
use
Little Pony.
they use the Maximal and Predacons crystals on those, didn't they?
Yes.
That's what I think when they started using them.
Yeah, I think they started with those, if I recall
Yeah,
correctly. It's been a long time.
and they came out with Transmetal 2s, which had all those also.
Yeah.
God, the history of Transformers it for everyone is so sordid.
And that still seems like new stuff, but you think
It
about it,
does.
it's like that was like 25 years ago almost.
Oh my God. God, you're old.
Yeah,
Me,
no.
'cause I'm
Just
young.
me, not you,
I'm a spring chicken here.
right?
But we move on to Planet Terry.
Oh, well, wait. We got some more things about the Salters rub down
By all means. Oh, whoa,
transfers.
whoa, whoa. We don't do that here on this podcast. We don't do
Yeah,
downs.
that costs extra. But yeah, I was looking these up and they're basically like, remember the color forms things where you'd have the backgrounds and you could stick the little transformer stickers and peel them off and move them around and make
Yeah, yeah.
scenes. It was like that, but you couldn't peel these off. These were the stickers that you'd put down with the spoon and like rub it, and it would make it transfer over to it. It's almost like a decal.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
vaguely.
yeah, that's what these were. So you would put them there, and as far as I can tell, they stay there. Like once they're there, that's you.
You live in
Yeah,
that
that's
seat
where they're.
forever.
Yeah, they're there forever after that. So yeah, and they came with these little scenes you could put them on, but you could put them on other stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah. And these aren't very common anymore, I guess, because I
Well,
couldn't find too much on them.
once you stick them, they're there. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're not going to be very common because, like, if it's anything like what we did when we were kids, we couldn't wait to put them on something.
right. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they ended up on bikes and refrigerators and everything.
When I was younger, man, I don't know if you remember this. Like, McDonald's at one point had a thing where they were doing it was like a buckle up thing, and they give out stickers. You basically like put them on, like, you know, you could put them on your seatbelt covers,
Yeah.
cars and stuff. And so I got a bunch of those, and like I shouldn't have done, I went and put those all over my chest of drawers when I was little, which I didn't know at the time was the same chest of drawers my dad had when he was little. So it was like it was like a almost heirloom style,
Well,
but I
now
put them
you've
all
made it yours.
mine forever. I felt really awful when I realized later what I had done. But you don't know that kind of stuff when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, stickers for little kids is always a problem. Just pro tip for all you young people who have not had your own kids yet, because kids will mess up your stuff.
Oh man, and that was around the same time they came out with the paint markers.
Oh, dude, that is never a good idea.
I know
Why
I
would
messed
you
up some
do that?
furniture with the paint markers.
Yeah, why would? Well, I know why they do that because they could sell them, and
Right.
kids would be like, "Oh yeah, I want those," and thus we have paint markers everywhere,
Everywhere.
everywhere. God.
So planetary is not everywhere though.
Thank God. I mean,
Yeah,
Planet
he's
here is
still
not bad.
on Gorkel.
It's not actually not it's not terrible. Um, but there's this weird so they find the space warp, and there's Princess Ugly and Robota and the weird what is he? It's like the wizard guy. What are those
Oh, the
guys?
Gorkel.
The
He's like
Gorkles.
the Gorkel wise man or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, what do we say he looked like? I forgot.
He looks like the Grinch. Like,
That's right, the Grinch people.
yeah, he's like the Grinch mixed with like Presto from the D&D cartoon.
Yes. They're like the Grinch but I don't know, Grinch and Smurfs had a baby with that
Oh,
hat.
there's more of that coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they find the flipping space warp looks like a cruise ship. It looks like the Love Boat of spaceships.
Oh yeah, it looks like Skylink's put on some weight.
It does. Oh, Skylings, buddy. You need to ease off that. But here we are, and they're going through the ship trying to find out what happened, and they find a little video message. And well, it's
It's
not it's
not
not
much of a video.
yeah, it's more like this was a video message and it's all jacked up now, so we're gonna listen to it. But
They're
yeah,
watching the scrambled channels.
they we're looking for the boob. Um, but yeah, he hears the voices like it's my dad. Um, I mean, I guess Planet, or I guess Terry, sort of your dad.
I mean, he doesn't even like give his name when he
No,
does, the distress zone. So nobody needs to know who I am. I'm just the captain.
Terry, I'm your dad, but I'm not gonna tell you my name.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so he gets all. He says there's distress. They had abandoned ship, and he went down on a lifeboat on Planetoid 17 Z, or is that two?
That's a Z, I think.
Z. Okay.
17Z. I mean, it could be a 2, but I'm pretty sure it's a Z. It's more
Yeah.
spacey if it's a Z.
So yeah, I guess his dad was the captain of the Confederation Cosmos cruiser Space Warp. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's like okay, another thread to try to go after for his dad.
The
His
CCC, huh?
yeah, almost sounds like a CCCP.
Yeah. Is this spaceship red?
Yeah, it might be. It's not colored.
Right?
And Princess Ugly is like, she's like, if you want to hang out with me, it's cool. If you want to come back afterwards, it's cool. And Robata's getting like weird jealous vibes going on.
Yeah, there's like some cat fight vibes going between Rabata and Princess Ugly.
Yeah,
And it's aggro from Rabata's side. Princess Ugly is just, I guess, being kind of touchy feely about it.
yeah, and like prison Robota just seems very like I don't know, almost protective, like don't know you can't do that. You let go and I don't know. It just seems
You
very
ain't woman enough to take my man.
that exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, they get in, they go back and like get in the ship and they like because they've repaired the ship. And there's this tearful goodbye as Princess Ugly says, "Come back to me soon."
Spoiler alert, he does not.
Because he loves him and leaves him.
Yeah, well, I looked her up. Like, there's like
Oh,
nothing
really?
else, yeah, that I could find in Marvel Comics about Princess Ugly. So,
She's just on her planet with all the I guess what are the
Gorkles.
world, yeah, those things.
Now, now that I've mentioned it, it's going to get picked up by Disney Plus. So, coming soon, the Princess Ugly,
In the Wargles.
yeah, MCU series.
God, that'll go well. Real well. Why is she ugly? I don't know. Well, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
That's a whole other. That's a whole other thing. So yeah, they
I was
fly
kind of
to.
hoping she'd turn into a werewolf or something like that. You know, they were going for
No,
the ironic. She's ugly because the Gorkles think she's ugly because she's pretty, like the Twilight Zone thing. But I was always hoping there was another side to it, like she'd turn into like a big ogre or something.
yeah, the weird smush nose, like the one episode of Twilight Zone.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, she would be the Donna Douglas for that one. So
Oh, true.
yeah. But yeah, like, oh no, she really does have an ugly side. She turns into some kind of star beast or something.
No, no,
Nope.
and
None of that.
there. And then what's his face? The guy with the scales is
Oh, Omnis,
ominous. Yeah,
the
he
Pinecone Man.
yeah, Pinecone Man. He keeps looking at like Terry when Terry's holding that empty picture frame with a sign, thing on it from Love Mom and Dad. He's like, poor kid. It's just a blank picture frame that he signed by himself. He's never even seen his parents. He brought
Yeah.
this up a few issues back.
Yeah, he's doing this all out of pity.
He is. He's
Like,
like,
this kid is like bad. He doesn't even have like the two Terry love mom and dad. That means he's like he just wrote that to himself. That's really kind of pathetic.
yeah, he did. It is. Poor Terry.
It's like writing your own birthday cards from grandma, but you've never met grandma and you're just, writing them yourself from grandma and putting $5 of your own money in it. You
Grandma
can
loved
just
you so much she gave me $5. Sure she did, kid. Sure she did.
that bill's dated 5 years after she died.
um
This
yeah,
is
they
it's
they
almost like some Norman Bates level like psychosis going on here.
well, that makes it even creepier now.
Yeah,
Good
that's what I'm
job.
here for.
Yeah,
I'm
I
here for
know.
the
Thank you.
creepy.
Good job. You made
This
it
is a
weird.
creepy issue, as I've stated.
You made it weird. You didn't have
Yeah.
to, but here we are.
It's actually better if it's weird. When it's planetary, it needs something.
it needs a lot of something. Uh so yeah, Roboto leans down and gives him a kiss and is like, "You're my hero, Terry." And it just seems weird, man.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean, he
okay.
he is prepubescent.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, then again, he has white hair. I don't know. Is he prepubescent or is he old? Does he
I
have
think
like,
he's an albino.
oh, is that what it is? That makes so much sense now.
That's my guess. And then Omnis is
So
just over there trolling her.
well, then again, I mean, she's a robot. Who knows how old she is? She could be like ancient.
Man, she was left in the junk heap. She's no spring chicken.
She's like, this is my last chance.
Right?
Uh, they
This is
arrive.
definitely this is like a February December romance.
They arrive on the planet, and there's like kobolds on the planet.
Yeah, it's like they got Dr. Seuss characters.
They went from like the Grinches to kobolds.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Who. You got Whoville Smurfs.
Oh, true.
Yeah. That's why I said they'll come up later when you mention the Smurfs. I'm like, yeah, these dudes.
Yeah, they really are. They're green. They finally got the color. They're green and they They wear primary colors, I guess.
And
But
then they get menaced by a Moonanite.
I was thinking a good way to put this out. Like, what is that? Yeah, that's a Mennonite.
That's a Moonanite,
That's a Mennonite.
100%.
We don't have your parents here.
Yeah. I
No,
got your parents right here.
he has your parents in his finger. Yeah, those are Mennonites. Oh my God. Well, that ruins the entire comic for me now. Thank you.
Ah, I thought Moonanites always made it better. But yeah, he's two dimensional. I mean,
He is.
yeah,
He's like a sheet. He's like a piece of sheet metal with jagged teeth. He's a
and
Mennonite.
scary eyes.
Yeah.
He
He's.
could have been like the front of a truck in Maximum Overdrive.
We just watched that.
uh,
We just watched that, and I got Alice to watch enough of it where she was so invested she didn't want to stop watching it.
that's how you got to do it.
Oh God, Yearly Smith, who plays Bart Simpson's voice.
No, no, Lisa.
Wait. Oh God, that is like. Oh my God. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Nancy Cartwright's Bart.
That's right. And it's Cartwright's Bart. Yeah, Yearly Smith, who does Lisa. Sorry, I got a little confused there. Her voice is so bad
It's like
on
she's doing
the.
a hillbilly Lisa.
Oh my God, hillbilly shrieking Lisa, who was
Yeah.
just married, and my head
Why
can't.
didn't their car come to life?
Well, I don't know. Just because it didn't.
I think it was in such bad repair that it
like,
just couldn't do anything.
well, look, y'all can take your Ford LTD and just don't worry about it. We got this. We're gonna see
That car knew him. There was nothing worse it could do to him.
the things you've done in this car. I'm
Yeah,
scarred for life. Just do what
yeah.
you want to with me. I'm gonna sign off.
It was catatonic.
Con- Kurt and Connie had consummated that marriage in the back seat. He had no plans on getting out of that.
I heard that movie was filmed in a snowstorm.
Oh yeah, it was. We'll say a blizzard.
Oh, totally.
That it if it was wondering if Maximum Overdrive holds up. No, it didn't hold up when it came out. It sure doesn't now. It's ridiculous. And I kind of surprised like Riff Tracks or any of those didn't actually do a Maximum Overdrive because it is rife with terrible stuff. Oh, and also has the first time I think we saw the guy who plays oh, what was the bad guy in the Mandalorian? Think Esposito?
Oh, yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the video game guy.
He steals all the cigarettes in the quarters and goes to the one game and gets electrocuted and dies, and they put him in the basement with all
What Alice think of seeing him in it?
God, that was terrible. Yeah, I got her to watch it so long. She's like, I gotta see how this ends. Like, it won't end well, but you can.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be
Spoiler.
in trouble for a while with that one,
Oh no.
making her watch it.
We watched plenty of bad movies. This was already forgotten. That I'm sure we'll watch another bad movie later. I've been inundating her with around the clock Harry Potter movies, so I think it's palate cleanser time.
Evening out.
Yeah. But man, we are onto Machine Man.
Oh,
Yeah, I say that every time with Machine Man. I mean Dark Man. I mean Machine Man. Um,
and I don't hate Machine Man, just so you know. I don't really hate him, but it's sometimes it's a rough ride with him.
I hated him at first, and I started to enjoy it, and then I'm back to like, what is this? Then it went like, okay, this is kind of fun, and this now we're back to uh, Gears Guard is my favorite character in the whole book,
Oh yeah, well he's a matter of fact guy. He's not putting on any pretense at all.
and he's eating like a foot long Philly cheesesteak in this, wondering where the kid's at. But yeah, he's like basically he's like, I got faith in that bucket of bolts.
Look,
That
he's
doesn't
got a whole bag of groceries, like giant beer cans sticking
he
out of it.
does.
He's like, He packed a lunch.
He's hanging out in Aaron and was it Peter Spalding?
Oh, yeah, it's Peter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Aaron's X-51.
yeah, Aaron and Peter's apartment. Oh yeah, I knew that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
He's hanging out in Aaron Peters' apartment. He came from the IGA with a 12 pack of beer, a Philly cheesesteak, and like cans of tomato sauce, it looks like. Oh no, that's a big cans of beer. Oh my
That's the
God.
beer. Although it's kind of funny if you think of Gears Garvin just chugging like tomato paste.
He would. He
You
would.
forgot the marinara. He's like, chug, chug, chug.
He, 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 he's definitely not a guy who would ask for Swiss cheese on his Philly cheesesteak. Just
Ugh,
saying, he knows better. Um,
you
not
gotta
that
have the
that's
provolone.
yeah, not that that's prescient at all. Um, but
Give
Machine
me
Man,
that provolone.
Machine Man is he's got to go to the super embassy. It kills me every time I see it. Super embassy. He's got to go to the super embassy Halloween party.
Yeah, it's like puts a really cool modifier on a really boring name.
I'm
It's like
gonna.
having ultra tennis shoes.
Oh, no, 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 no. Tennis shoes gonna be good. Ultra New Balance.
Oh yeah,
Let's make it
or
right.
this is the same time they had power ties. So power tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool modifiers on mundane objects.
Whenever you saw someone wearing speaking of that, bolo tie, you knew that either they were a burnout or they were going to be kind of wacky fun.
They had a gun on them somewhere.
Oh God, yes, they had a car on them. They had another one in the car.
Yeah, the
Bolo
easy money is on the boot. They got the gun in the
They
boot.
got the Derringer holdout in the boot.
Yeah,
The two
and their belt
shots.
buckle probably turns into a knife.
Ah, bolo ties. How we miss you.
You know exactly where you can find that stuff in the flea market too, don't you?
I won't say I have one. Um, so he's trying to push his face back. He's trying to push his Darkman face back. And he's like, I can't really do this myself. So
Oh well, he's computing about his berserker rage and comparing it to the bomb he originally had in himself.
yeah.
And it's like he went to WebMD and decided the only cure for his symptoms was unaliving himself. Like seriously, he's talking about you just snuffing it
Yeah.
because he gets really mad sometimes when people melt his face.
You know,
I think
I'm
that's the most
not
natural reaction he's ever had, honestly.
I'm not gonna say I endorse that idea, but I wouldn't be angry.
He
I,
he
I officially I want to endorse that idea.
he just needs to run Jack o' lantern and Cyrex it. Tap the little keypad on your forearm and just go with it.
Yep. Yep.
Fatality.
I was thinking of a different Cyrex.
Oh, you think Cyrex, not Cyrax?
I'm sorry. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Whew, okay.
He used to get so mad.
Too long. Oh, Patrick. Too long in the fandom. But he comes across these two like 12-year-olds wearing Batman and Superman outfit, like the costumes.
You see why DC's mad at him and they want Machine Man? They're out for blood.
Yeah.
This panel right here.
This even better. He buys the Superman mask off the kid.
Oh, and the way he does it.
It's so creepy.
Yeah. Would you boys like to earn some money?
Wow, this dude's got the scariest fright mask I've ever seen. What's your angle, creep? And next panel, he's wearing the Clark Kent mask.
Yeah. And I mean, come on. I've actually had people like come up to me off the street, just randomly, like, "Hey, would you like to earn some money?" And it was
No,
never anything good. Yeah, the answer is no,
no.
no, no, no.
If anybody ever asks you, "Hey, you want to make some money?" No, I don't.
No, this is
Hey,
not
boy.
is never anything legal or ethical.
Yeah. Um,
That's how you end up in a crawl space, kids.
33 in a crawl space. Just ask Mr. KFC himself.
Right?
If you don't know what that means, just look it up. So there's the crowd from Delmar. He should.
These are the
So
most generic costumes ever.
I think this is supposed to be like Robin Hood in Eye Man. What is that? He's got a big eye on a red jogging suit with like white shoulders.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be like Helen of Troy or something on one of those. And like the other, what's her face? What the woman with the brown hair looks really like a helmet.
That Maggie.
Yeah, I think so. It's Maggie. She has like I don't know. Maybe she's supposed to be like one of the merry men or something or jester. I don't know. They're terrible.
These are like backup in humans.
Oh man. Who could the Eye Man be? Um, what would his name be?
Man, that's Jefferson Darcy. What are you talking about?
It is Jefferson Darcy.
He's here with the alpha betas to beat up the nerds.
He's mad he didn't get invited to No Man. No Man.
And look, Archie is in the background.
Where? Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
Archie.
Yeah, Archie's behind Maggie. And then if you look on the far right, there's a cape and some red hair. I'm pretty sure that's Baron Brimstone.
It looks like him. Oh my God.
He's not even
Aaron
in
Brooks says that
costume.
this
He
way.
just shows up like that.
And there's really awful like the panel above that has a woman like with braids and like American Indian outfit with
Oh,
tassels.
yeah.
And there's a cowboy behind Aaron. Then there's a pirate with a big belt buckle like sash thing.
On his back.
Yeah.
It's a
And
back buckle.
but then like on the far right of that panel, it looks like more like B grade and humanoids.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
I
Well, we're
don't
just
know.
seeing half of it. The other half of his face is black, and that's like,
He's from Star
yeah, Star
Trek.
Trek. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Was that Frank Gorshin,
I can't
the
remember.
Riddler?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of the. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of the name of the species on Star
Oh,
Trek.
yeah. I don't recall their names. They weren't around long.
Yeah, well, that one episode to teach you about racism, kids.
Nothing heavy handed there.
Nothing at all. Star Trek is really subtle with their the social overtones. Yeah, always.
Always.
So they get mad at him for showing up in a suit looking like a lawyer.
Yeah. He's wearing a suit with the Superman mask, and they're mad about it.
Yeah, he could have said I'm Clark Kent, but we don't own that right, so we're not gonna say.
Yeah, that's trademarked. You can draw it though.
Well, I mean, Clark Kent is all American looking guy with a like a little swirl thing on your head.
And yeah, and Maggie just yanks the mask right off of his face.
I guess the mask comes off with his, or maybe he took off his regular face or whatever.
Yeah, he took off his like sloughed face.
Okay, so my question is like, he could just take off his melted face, and does he not get rage anymore?
I don't
Because
know. Did
apparently,
he give it to the kid?
oh, that's gonna be bad for that kid. That kid's gonna die.
That or the kid's just got the coolest mask ever. It's like the Incredible Melting Man.
But didn't like the melting face make him crazy?
No, he got crazy, I guess, because it got melted.
Oh, it made him
Because
really
he says
upset.
it's with the central processor is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's where is
But
it? Yeah, it's a malfunction in his cerebral cortex.
okay, well they pull the mask off his face, and he looks like the saddest robot.
I bet all the diodes ate down the left side of his body.
They're amazed at how awesome his mask is. And like his thought bubbles, they think my real face is a mask. Like no subtlety there at all.
You should just wear that face all the time anyway. I mean, it's cooler than pretty much everything else.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't look like Sleepwalker this time, though.
That's good. He
Yeah,
just looks like a sad robot.
yeah.
Um,
He's sad Ultron.
he is. Oh God, he is sad Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's awful. Jack Lantern shows up with the KKK at the gate. Gives them the well they don't have pointed hoods, but we're all in white and they have hoods on. And he gives them their tickets, Like,
They're the
hey,
Moon Knight twins.
they are the Moon Knight. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Mr. Knight.
I love that comic. It's so ridiculous.
It's better than this one.
Oh my God, is it better than this one? The first appearance of Moon Knight in like Werewolf by Night is better than this. That was bad, kids. That was real bad.
That's what these need. They need a good Jack-o'-lantern parody. Like, you know how they've done all the Moon Knight memes where he's after
Yeah.
money from Dracula and stuff. That's what Jack-o'-lantern needs.
Oh God. Moon Knight Core is one of my favorite follows on Facebook now.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a lot
God,
of
it's
fun.
great. Well, we're greeted by sound waves after this whole thing.
Oh, wait.
Oh
But
wait, I'm
before
sorry.
that,
Oh gosh,
if
I skipped it.
yeah, if
Oh,
you don't eat your Kellogg's cornflakes, and Shockwave's going to shoot you in the chest.
God. Yeah, sorry, there's a little subtext in there. It had to happen, and it's coming next issue. Eat your cornflakes, kids.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a pretty devastating looking uh cornflakes commercial there. It's like Kellogg's cornflakes, name the playing competition, and then it's just Shockwave just laying into Megatron with his gun arm.
Hundreds of prizes like this gun in your chest. Um, God, this is awful.
Plus, Planetary reaches the end of his search,
Oh, thank God.
and Machine Man reaches the end of his adventures.
Oh,
Well, in this century at
oh
least.
God. Why'd you do that? Why the hyphen?
Yeah, they're just messing with you now.
Okay, well, okay.
But hey, you got Matt and the cat now. And then
Yep,
all was silence.
that happened.
Yep.
That's definitely Mount the Cat.
The definition of dead air right there. I
Couldn't
think
think of anything to say.
silent apprehension.
I was like, yep, there's Mount the Cat, and oh my God, there's a little this the guy whoever like Mike Casabrid
Casabrid.
is
Yeah.
just having a great time with this comic. So I give him that at least.
He had fun. He got published. So
Yeah, man. I mean, nothing, no hate there at all. And the slave bots are all carrying humph
um,
like C3PO in Return of the Jedi.
it's the opposite. The fuzzy guy's getting carried by the robots this time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see that.
He
The
flipped the
slave
script.
bots,
Yeah. The slave bots. And then yeah, the Mizoni have like picked up Matt for interrogation.
the mantis aliens, we'll call them.
Yeah. Well, they sound Italian. It's like something you'd order like from a restaurant. It's like, can I have a Mizoni? Yeah, with the extra
Oh,
Parmesan.
that sounds really good. It sounds like a calzone.
See?
God, well, I'm not hungry at all, but I want to taste a calzone right now.
And then there's a little hand comes out of a crater that says one born every minute, which, that's
Yeah.
a reference to a sucker born every minute. But
Yep.
I'm like, who's the sucker here? Is it
Oh,
the Mizoni? I'm sure it's the Mizoni because, nothing good ever comes out of kidnapping Matt.
you're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
Neither of them. Both of them are problems. They
My
just
parents
need.
told me they weren't worried about me ever getting abducted. They said they just drop you off the next block. Like, they'll realize they made a terrible mistake as soon as they picked you up. And they were
Well,
probably right.
yeah. Okay. Good point. I'm not gonna expound on that at all. Once again I was left speechless. I didn't know what to say.
There we go. More dead air from More Than Meets These Guys.
The sound waves for this issue is kind of neat. But there's this one letter in the middle of the page. Dear Marvel, this is Mirage writing to you from the Ark. I'll have to make this letter brief as officers give me a job to do and may check up on me at any moment. First of all, I'd like to see how much I enjoy the enemy within, yada yada. He basically goes on to like how much he likes the comic and get rid of Planet Terry as soon as possible. And then it goes off, oh, here comes Optimus. Like, no, not writing a letter. I was just, ouch. Oh, well, back to work. And yeah,
He wrote ouch.
he did. With
It,
in bold.
it reminds me of Holy Grail. Like, do you think he actually took the time to write as he was being killed?
Well, I love the editor's like, yeah, it's weird. He's writing a letter. He's upside down, deactivated, and hang in the Ark.
Yeah, that's Soundwave talking smack to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
then he blames
true.
it on the slow postal service. So it's like, oh, maybe this got mailed before he got, deactivated.
Yeah,
So
and there's more people, complaining about everything else in the issue that's not Transformers,
I
which
loved his answer to some of these though. Like the first guy was, he needed more Transformers stories, which was fine. He wanted it to be longer, more competitions, which they have a lot of competitions.
God
Yeah, and we had none. We,
starved
I,
for
I think
competitions.
we had two through the entire run of Transformers.
God, maybe.
Yeah, and then better quality toys because apparently he's breaking his toy. I think he bought a Mirage.
Oh, in the middle waist.
Yeah, and Soundwave's answer to him back on that is be more careful.
Care must be taken.
And I mean, we see this all the time with adult collectors too. Like they'll get these things and they'll just break them like right off, and they'll complain, "Oh, the quality's really terrible." And it's like, well, I've got that one and I haven't broken it, so maybe you're mishandling it.
Oh
So,
yeah, the
see,
old
Soundwave was the first one to like come at them with that.
yeah, the old I hate the clear plastic. You broke it the first day, and like, dude, I got 30-year-old clear plastic things. They're fine.
Yeah,
Just
and
be
then he's asked about the Cassette Man moniker that he was given in the checklist,
that's right.
and basically that's only a name like people he likes can call him that, and you can call him Soundwave or Sir. This was like one of the best things I liked about the UK comics was when they would have the Transformers answer the letters, and especially when they always got like the rudest ones. You'll see some of the other ones coming up. When an anonymous letter asks why Ratchet and Ironhide's colors are off model, and Soundwave blames a respray job instead of Nel Yomtov.
I yeah, definitely blame Yom Tov.
Did you see the letter to Starscream about him being mean to Ravage?
I knew you've been nasty to Ravage at the beginning of the Enemy Within, but it wasn't fair what he did to you in return, blasting your insides out. It just wasn't nice at all. I strongly suggest you don't upset him again. You wouldn't want Ravage to turn savage. And the response, we passed your suggestion on to Starscream. Suggestion he made in plain return isn't printable.
Yeah, Starscream had some naughty things to say back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steven Edwards broke his Megatron, and he just
Uh,
straight up told him, says, "Well, you didn't break it yourself; it just broke on its own. You can take it back to the store or the manufacturer." Like he's giving like the straight line on returning your toys after you break them.
yeah. That's where it starts. And we had the answers to the crossword, the transformer name, or the
Yeah,
word find rather, not crossword.
and there's so much going on with those lines. I mean, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it really is.
There's a lot going on there.
But then we have robot capers.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah. I
this
mean,
one, yeah, you don't always bet on black, but Wesley Snipe disagrees. Wesley Snipes totally thinks you should always bet on black.
yeah, the last panel, don't bet on it. So yeah,
Well,
robot
in
giant
Stock
robots.
Exchange too, we have somebody wants any Decepticon besides Starscream.
I'm trying
So either they already have Starscream or they really don't like Starscream.
to swap twin twist.
Yeah, so they really don't like Twin Twist.
Nope. Maybe they can't find anything besides Starscream and Twin Twist at the
That's insane. That's all they've got in their town, and they probably gotten
oh
like three from like every relative,
Essex. Come on, try harder.
right?
Benfleet, Essex. Ooh, then we're back to Machine Man.
That brief respite is over now.
I'm already worn out from reading this. There's this whole thing where Pam's trying to to dance with Aaron, and he's like, "Not now. I've got to. My hunch is right. There's Jack." He's thinking, and
I like to think that he's over there doing the robot to really ham it up, but I don't think he's that self-aware.
And the whole thing with Aaron and Pam, the whole love, unrequited love thing's killing me. Like she has a little thought bubble. Aaron snubbed me. His heart must be made of steel. Well, yeah, yeah. It's he's a machine man.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
he's it's his face. Yeah, and then The
So I
super
guess they
embassy.
were planting bombs all over the place when they were getting their tour, Jack o'
Yeah.
Lantern and his goons, because they kind
It-
of skipped what they were doing. They just got on the tour by buying tickets from a third world country that couldn't afford to come,
yeah.
a banana
So
republic, it said.
yeah,
And they're
that's right.
so poor that they'll take Jack o' Lantern's money. So Jack o' Lantern is more rich than this entire country.
Wonder which country we could see assume that was. Let's say like maybe
Man,
Cambodia. We'll say Cambodia.
yeah, I don't know if he was going for like something south of the border or what, but yeah, it's
I think Banana Republic had the connotations of like Central or South America when like
maybe he went to the mall.
ah
Yeah.
I bought these tickets from when I got a shirt there the other day.
Yeah.
The yeah,
Now we're,
so he takes over the super embassy.
he deeply penetrates the super embassy.
Oh yeah.
Verbatim. That's what it says.
Never thought an enemy could penetrate this deeply into the embassy. Oh yeah.
And th-
That's tragic.
yeah, and then you know, he captures 724 people.
Exactly, 724.
Yeah, that's an oddly specific number. I wonder if the fire marshal was involved in that. Like, nope, only 724 are allowed in the building.
Anything over, you got to shut it down.
Right.
God, that's terrible. I,
It's just an oddly specific number.
it is, it really is. But like Aaron's trapped in this like hallway and the security like doors go down around him. Like I guess they're gassing out the entire place, but luckily he doesn't breathe because he's a robot.
6 inches of titanium steel. So it's an alloy of titanium and steel.
Yeah.
Go over even the windows. So, I mean, this place is a fire hazard. Again, where's OSHA? Where
They're
is
not
OSHA?
allowed in the super embassy.
Right?
That's outside
They've
their.
got diplomatic immunity.
I love whenever they show Machine Man with that. He's got the label X51 on his forehead.
Right.
Just so you know who he is. That's the dumbest thing. And he's got his finger attachment. I
He's
get
got
that
like a cigarette lighter on it, like from a car.
it does. I get um I get that he's using what's essentially like inside of the skin of his finger,
Yeah.
but it's not. Hold on a second. I
Yeah,
think
it's a little bigger than his finger. Maybe it expands after he.
there. Sorry, I lost you for a second there. I think it connected to my
Oh, I'm
AirPods for
here.
some reason. Yeah. So yeah, he's got his finger is like it looks like it's attaching to, or it looks like he put an attachment on the end of his finger. It's bigger than his finger. Like he had the. You think he would have taken the skin off or something?
It's almost a Dalek.
Oh, it is. That's a naughty Dalek.
Yes.
Uh, we'll need oil
Dalek
tankers.
French tickler.
Meanwhile, a joyous Jack-o'-lantern exalts his apparent victory. We'll need oil tankers to cart our way our profits from this little enterprise.
What's he
But
gonna cart out? I don't understand. What is his point?
I
Like
have
what is it in
no
this super
idea.
embassy that he's gonna cart out?
I'm looking for what he's carting out. I have no
Is it
idea.
ransom money that he's going for? I mean, he's
He
got all
didn't
these
ask for
people
ransom.
kidnapped.
He
Yeah,
never
well, I
asked for
mean,
ransom.
he just kidnapped all these people. So I'm thinking, is he wanting that ransom? I don't know. I guess
No
we'll
idea.
see in the next issue.
Yeah, but something's wrong in corridor 4C. It just blinked off the monitor, so he gets on his pogo ball and goes after it. God, his writing thing, his pogo ball is terrible. I hate it so
Yeah,
much. And
yeah,
like
it's
Aaron,
just silly and it seems inefficient.
really inefficient. I mean, like at least have yourself a glider, like a respectable, silly villain.
That's coming. That's coming.
Yeah, I know, which is why I brought it up. And
Oh, I know.
Aaron's pull off half the drywall trying to get to the I guess there's machinery underneath all the drywall in this place.
He's looking for the Cat 5 cable. He's trying to steal
I
internet.
can't get the password. I'll just plug right in.
Yeah, he's not paying for Cinemax, man.
And then he starts getting shot at, and that's where it ends with Ballroom Blitz. So we're going on a I
Oh,
guess a musical one next time.
Oh, well, that's not him being shot at. That is him becoming one with the computer.
Oh, it is. Oh,
If you know what
looks
I
like
mean.
overload. Oh man, he's using
Yeah,
his,
he's
his
about to
tickler.
overload.
He's using his machine man tickler.
I'm telling you, everything in here is like a double entendre. I mean,
Yes,
it's almost like it's so obvious it's not even like a double on it. It's like a 1.5 entendre. It's not even a full
it's.
double.
I mean, there's no breaking fourth walls. It's all like overt. There's no meta to this. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then to our horror.
And oh, and the mask, his robot head even looks like a Gimp mask. Okay, I gotta go into the next.
Yeah.
Lumabots.
Yeah, the scary kid is back with red
And
Lumabots.
he is happy.
Yeah, I think it's because he's turned the Lumabots evil. That's why they're red. They're
Him
evil like him now.
and his jacket. His oh God, what is this jacket?
It's like he's got a pop like collar on his members only over there.
It looks like members only mixed with something from like Buckaroo Banzai or something. It's
Dude,
terrible.
his grandma used all her Marlboro miles to get that jacket for her. Or
He
maybe her
wears it
camel
everywhere.
cash. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, I know you're listening. That's the kid you knew who rode the bus and wore the same jacket every day because his mom got her Marlboro points.
Yeah.
We all know that person.
And he
I was
smelled 100% like tobacco 24/7.
the edges of the Marlboro jacket were yellowed from nicotine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. I can smell that now.
Takes you back.
I years ago I used to manage a liquor store at one point in Pensacola, and the people who wander in on Sunday mornings, God, they smell like old, like the cheap brand cigarettes. They just smelled like vile, stale cigarette smoke.
I
Oh
say old stale like Doral lights.
God,
Yeah.
Durrells. That's asking a lot. That was much cheaper than that, man. But yeah,
Buglers.
they'd walk in and you're like, man, you haven't slept yet, have you? Ugh, come on in. Let's get your pint.
Yeah.
I know that smell well.
In their denim jackets.
Same one they had since high school.
Right.
Um, but yeah, Lumabots.
Yep.
£1 49 plus 3 robot points, everybody.
That just seems a lot for these things.
It
Like I said,
does.
I found a picture of some of them,
And they're
and
like they're like Luma puffy stickers.
I think they're plastic. Like the
Oh,
plastic with the little back metal line work on them.
oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, yeah, I'm seeing that. God, they're terrible. They look like erasers.
These
Oh,
were prizes you get like out of Captain Crunch or something,
oh, it's terrible. 3 robot points.
or out of the little quarter machines at the grocery store. They come in a little
Kid.
bubble.
Oh no, and someone has like a is that like a little like world's smallest Starscream or something down there in that one picture you showed
Yeah,
me?
something like that.
So
They're
they're
tiny.
awful.
Yeah.
Get kids buy yourself the Time Warrior. Trust us on this. Don't open it.
Yeah. Warrior is definitely the better deal.
Get 2 Time Warriors, save one. And yeah. God, that's terrible. They're just the worst looking things. They like glow in the dark. They look like when you were in school, you had those white erasers that had like a design on them, like they'd have like Smurf or something on them. They look like that.
Nose
Just
in it with the teeth marks in them, like a
yeah.
secret nose cone.
God, these are terrible.
You're getting mad looking at
I'm
how
real
bad
mad.
these are.
I'm real mad at
I told you that kid was evil, man.
he is
I
terrible.
told you.
Dude, quit hawking your Lumabots. No one needs that. No one needs your Lumabots, kid. Go back and turn in your jacket. You don't deserve to wear that Marlboro jacket.
I wonder how much those go for.
God, probably like $5,000 because
Right, because nobody kept
oh
them.
why? The secondary market makes me like cringe sometimes. It really does. I can't help it. That's terrible.
I don't even see any on the auction sites.
Good. Let them die.
Oh, wait. Oh,
No.
it's just an ad for. Wait, here. No,
No.
just the ads. I found the ads for them, and those go for like $5 each. But no actual Luma bots were harmed in the making of
It's
this
like
podcast.
those late McDonald's Transformers that go for ridiculous amounts of money,
Yeah,
and they're awful. They are terrible. The only
yeah,
reason
it's a
they're
real
there
low
is,
point here.
yeah. I'm sorry, UK guys and girls. Y'all didn't deserve that. No one deserved that. You
We're
should.
gonna get the Luma bots fan base coming after you now.
You didn't deserve that. Oh, I'm just angry now, and this is how this ends. What's not really surprising because I just went through and read Machine Man, so I should be angry at this point.
Hey, a Salter's rub down though will cost you $135.
Please tell me it's a whole set.
Yeah, it looks like it's sealed.
Oh God, thank God. Okay, 130.
Well, no, yeah, maybe
Dude,
it's in
have
a
some
bag.
have some dignity in yourself and do not give money for puffy stickers or plastic stickers, rub downs, or whatever you can call them. Go
It,
buy
it
yourself a Jetfire.
it's hell being a completist.
Thank God I'm not that.
Yeah.
God. So here we are. We've finished number 24. And if you've listened this long, bless you, because I don't even want to read any more of this comic right now. You are truly legendary. And
It
thank you for
gets
that.
better. It's about to get a lot better soon.
You said that a long time ago, man.
Hey, it takes time. Takes time, but you seen Machine Man's got like one more story left in this century.
And then he goes into a later time.
Yeah, into the future.
Why?
Oh no, that's the good series I told you about.
Oh, okay. He gets
I
better.
mean, it's not as good as like the Imposter Machine Man, but it's a better series.
I mean, that's kind of a low ball, man. That
Yeah.
you're really saying you're saying the like, hey, it's better than this. Dude, I want to read more Sasquatch at this point. I want to read
Oh,
Alpha Flight.
now I think you'll be pleasantly surprised because even the art's better, the writing's better.
Okay. Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because this is killing me. Not I wouldn't say slowly, but really quickly.
Oh
So
yeah.
good on
It'll
them.
drag you down.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool, everyone. Thanks for checking us out. And
Thanks for suffering with us.
uh we all have something very cool coming up here very soon. I don't want to tell you what it is. It's a thank you for sticking with us through this story. We'll be working on that for this next week. And everyone, thanks for checking us out. Go to the Discord. It's in the show notes. Give us a like, give us some thumbs up. Tell us how much you hate us rambling at morethanmeetstheseguys at gmail.com. And you want to say anything before we take off here?
Oh, I'm just writing my letter right now to tell you how much I hate us rambling.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Make sure you commiserate with 8-bit forever.
Oh, totally. I'm sending in my twin twist for any Decepticon besides Starscream. Any of them.
Yeah, yeah. Give us a 2-star rating, 8-bit forever. These guys hate Transformers. No, we don't. We don't.
We
Obviously
hate
not.
ourselves, okay? We hate
Yes,
ourselves.
I have a low opinion of my own threshold of hurting myself, and here we are
We expect better of ourselves, and we have disappointed at every corner
all the time. I'm
all the
just
time.
relieved that we're gonna come up to end of Planet Terry.
Yeah, we actually excel at disappointment.
Oh God, what's gonna come after Planet Terry?
Oh, I don't want to spoil any of that for you.
Oh my God.
You'll see, we're almost there. You're
Huh.
gonna love the grand climax of Planetary.
Is he his own dad? I'm gonna be really disappointed.
You're gonna play I'm my own grandpa.
Hey, Fry. Grandpa Paradox. All right, everyone, take it easy. Have a great week. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.